Want time-saving tips for podcasting? Then you are in the right place at the right time. Today, I'm giving you 25 of the best apps for podcasters. Let's get into it. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you're new here, you definitely want to hit subscribe because I'm going to show you how to create better content in less time. Thanks for subbing. Let's get on with the episode. All right, so the first time-saving app is Headliner. Headliner is a really cool app that automatically synchronizes with your podcast episode. So every time you produce a new podcast episode, it's automatically updated to Headliner. Now, what Headliner does is allow you to promote your podcast through audiograms, images, and announcements like that. So Headliner is a good one to check out. The second time-saving app for podcasters is an app called Backstage by Headliner. And Backstage is really cool. It allows you to record your Clubhouse rooms and then easily repurpose them for your podcast, something that I'm really looking at more closely. I'm very bullish on Clubhouse and social audio. So using apps like Backstage is going to be a really powerful way for you to record and get more value for your time. The third time-saving app for podcasters is Descript. Descript is basically a transcription/editing software. It allows you to quickly and easily edit your video and audio portions of your podcast, but it has a really cool feature that allows you to just type in a keyword, let's say the keyword and then it will go throughout all the audio and all the video and remove sections where the word was used. So Descript is a good one to check out. Number 4 on our list of time-saving apps for podcasters is Calendly. I absolutely love Calendly. For me, it's one of the best ways to automate calendar scheduling with potential guests, with potential clients, with team members. I just preset the link with various questions. When I send the link to the person who's going to join my show, they simply click the link, they type in the answers to all the questions, which I've set up, and then it's automatically going to get uploaded to my calendar on Google. In fact, one of the really cool things that Calendly will do is will synchronize with Zoom. So when people book certain times of meetings, it automatically sets up a Zoom meeting and sends them an invite to that too. So it's just a really quick and efficient way of scheduling with potential guests or clients. Boom, boom, boom. Number 5 on the list of top apps to save time for podcasters is the entire Google Suite. And I know this is kind of a cop-out because there's so many good apps here. Google Forms, Google Sheets, Google Docs. You have the Google Drive, which is the cloud where you can save all of your images and videos and audio. The Google Suite, Google Calendar, Gmail, the entire Google Suite is gas, and it's a really great way to get started. And I love Google Drive is a super cost-effective way to start working with people remotely. It's just a really efficient way to work with people remotely. So Google Drive might even be in my top 5, but the entire Google Suite is number 5 on your list. Number 6 on our list of time-saving apps for podcasters is Typeform. Typeform is basically a cool website that allows you to run surveys and forms. It's a little bit more visual, a little bit more design oriented. You could still use the Google Forms suite. I still use that, Google Forms, but Typeform, another great way that you can quickly create really cool forms, images, and surveys for your fans. The next time-saving app for podcasters is an app called Zapier. Zapier is a really cool automation app. And basically what it allows you to do is connect different systems together. I'll use the Calendly example as an example. So one of the automations that I have set up is anytime a guest books through my Calendly app, it's automatically going to input them and all their answers into a Google spreadsheet for me, into a Google Sheet. And so that allows me a central place where I can manage all the guests on my show, when they're coming up, any links that are relevant, et cetera, et cetera. So that's Zapier, but the possibilities are endless with Zapier. If you want to automate more systems, Zapier is a good way to do that. And a second option for automation, by the way, is an app called IFTT.com. That's IFTTT.com. Excuse me, there's 3 T's, IFTTT.com. And it stands for if this, then that. And pretty simply, you set up all these different automations that say if this, then that. It's similar to the Zapier example that we just talked about. All right, next on our list of time-saving apps for podcasters is a program called OBS, the Open Broadcasting Software. I love this. It's a great way for me to record video of myself and share my screen at the same time, which I find to be very useful when I'm creating YouTube videos like this, for example, where I'm educating or teaching something to someone. It's also great for me to just do quick reviews or assessments for my team. So I'll record a very short video using OBS, which is free, by the way. I'll record my short summary, opinion, or teaching lesson through OBS, and I'll just upload it to the Google Cloud and send it to my team member or somebody that I'm working with, like a client or student. OBS, super, super cool program. You can also stream live to platforms like Twitch, YouTube, etc. OBS, super, super cool program, and it is free. OBS.com. The next time-saving app that we have for podcasters is a program called Slides, slides.com. Just a way of making cooler, fresher, more design-oriented presentations. And if you're in a pinch, you can even use the Google Suite for this. You can create Google presentations, although slides.com going to make it a lot easier for you to create a really quality piece of presentation. All right, moving right along. The next time-saving app we have for podcasters is a website called answerthepublic.com. It's answerthepublic.com. And this app is really efficient for determining search queries and keywords. So basically what you do is you type in a keyword or a phrase, and Answer the Public is going to see how many people are actually searching for this. What of these terms are relevant? And these are going to be great for you when you're trying to figure out the names or titles of your blogs or podcast episodes or YouTube videos. It'll also help you when setting up your descriptions, or even something as important as choosing a title for your podcast. So answerthepublic.com. Live it, learn it, love it. Next on our list of time-saving apps for podcasters is Ripple. Ripple, R-I-P-L, RIPL.com. Ripple, I actually had the CEO of Ripple on the After Hours Entrepreneur. I'll put a link to it here so you can listen to it. But Ripple is a really cool program. Quite simply, it allows you a central place to manage your social media. So just an example, I'll go to Ripple, I'll link it up to my Instagram, to my Facebook, to my Twitter, to my LinkedIn, all my different platforms. And then I'm able to just post in that one place, and it'll push out the post to all these different platforms at once. Only limitation being no video component to it, but you can create a lot of really cool images and send them out through Ripple. So pretty efficient way of posting your social media. As an honorable mention, I'll give a shout out to Hootsuite, which is very comprehensive, but I would say a little bit more geared toward actual social media agencies, people that are really managing a lot of social media content. If you're just kind of a casual or a podcasting style social media poster, I think that Ripple is a good option. Moving on to our next time-saving app for podcasters is Planoly. Planoly, Planoly. Planoly. And Planoly basically is an Instagram scheduling app. Instagram in particular, you've got your grid. And if you want to make your grid look super sweet, super awesome, Planoly is a great place to get that set up. And next on our list of time-saving apps for podcasters is podpage.com. Podpage.com. Quite simply, podpage.com gives you a simple, lightweight, quick, easy, and beautiful way to make podcasting websites. So you don't need to know code. You don't need to download a bunch of add-ons. You just go to podpage.com and you can set up your podcast website with a message that matters. So that is podpage.com. Next on our list of time-saving apps for podcasters is Audacity. I love Audacity. It's super clean. It's super easy to use. And what it allows you to do is edit audio files. So as any podcaster knows, you've got to edit your audio, and Audacity is a really cost-effective and quick way of getting podcast episodes edited like that. All right, moving on. Next on the list, we have an app called Canva. And Canva is super simple. It's a digital imaging app. You don't need to buy any separate programs. It's free to start, and you can start making memes, images, photos. If Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator just seem a little bit too oppressive or scary right now, Canva is a great way to get started with your digital image editing. There is also some video editing as well, but I wouldn't recommend Canva for video. But if you're looking to create digital images for social media, Canva is a good one to check out. Also, as a quick tip, you want to make sure you're using templates and saving templates in Canva because they're super easy to duplicate, adjust, and customize after the fact. Next on our list of top apps to save you time as a podcaster is Spoke.app. Spoke.app is a really cool, clean, and beautiful way to edit transcription. So it's a transcription app, and it merges really well with your video. So that's Spoke.app. Next on our list, I'm gonna have to read because this is a tough one, is iZotope RX Standard 8. iZotope RX Standard 8. And this is a really simple way of cleaning up your audio sound. I haven't personally used it. It was recommended to me, but I had to put it on the list because audio editing is something I'm starting to think about, and it is complicated and time consuming, but using an app like iZotope RX Standard 8 is a great way to start. I'm sorry, I have to keep reading it. It's a crazy long name. That's iZotope RX Standard 8. I'll have a list down in the show notes so you can see that. All right, moving right along. Another great time-saving app for podcasters is a program called Trello. And Trello is essentially a project management software. It allows you to really set up a visual content calendar, communicate with virtual assistants or guests, and Trello is a really great way to get started. It's free to get started, and it's got quite a lot of features. So that is Trello. Check it out. When it comes to time-saving management apps, I would also recommend Monday. That's what me and my team use, monday.com. It's very comprehensive. It's super simple to get started, and it's just a great way of managing your team and systems. Another program I've been really interested in is Notion.so. Notion.so is a time-saving app that allows you to basically create a large forum, a large database. I also mentioned that apps like Clubhouse also use Notion to create their vast database of questions and FAQs. Super clean platform, a great place to set up your standard operating procedures and frequently asked questions. That's Notion.so. But I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg of what that program is capable of. The next time-saving app for podcasters is Switcher Studio. Switcher Studio, super cool way for you to synchronize multiple cameras at once. So when you're recording your podcast, you might want to get different video angles. So maybe you have your phone, your friend has another phone, maybe you got 3 or 4 phones. You can use Switcher Studio to record and synchronize all these videos at once. So Switcher Studio, super cool way for podcasters to record video from multiple angles. And the next time-saving app for podcasters is Veed.io. That's Veed, Veed.io. Veed.io, super cool way for you to edit videos very, very quickly. I know the first time I started editing videos, I was completely overwhelmed. I was completely terrified, but Veed.io, I think, is a really great lightweight way for you to start making progress in your video editing ASAP. That's Veed.io. The next time-saving app for podcasters is mymind.com. That's mymind.com. And this was recommended to me in our Clubhouse room this week. And I think it's a super, super cool way for you to retain ideas and innovate. And essentially what it does is it's a plugin into your device that allows you to basically save images, posts, blogs, videos that you see throughout the day that inspire you. Maybe you see a particular design, like, wow, that looks really cool. I want to do something like that. And you are able to tag and save all these posts so that you can inspire yourself later on a Pinterest style page. So later on that day or that week, you or maybe your team member or your graphic designer can go and look at some of the things that inspired you and try to make them yours in some different ways. Try to improvise and innovate. Whoa, that was 25 time-saving apps in less than 20 minutes. I hope you loved it. Make sure that you subscribe right now. Kill that like button if you want more great tips on how you create better content in less time, because we're going to help you create the best content in the least amount of time. Hit subscribe, and we'll catch you here next time on the After Hours Entrepreneur. Peace.